Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas, everybody! This is the Sliders Review, and I'm here today to talk to you in the month of December, since it is Christmas time and the holiday time, about The Big Bang Theory Season 2. God, what is this episode called? I think it's called the Bath Item Gift something. It's either hypocrisy or no, it's something else with an H. Um, it's hypothesis or something like that. I can't remember. But anyways, this is when the show used to be so good. I remember like when this show came out, I had no idea it existed. I was watching the episode of Big Brother, and they had Ian and Ashley on there back when they was kind of flirting with each other. And so Julie's all like, "Oh, so y'all are like Leonard and Penny." I'm just like, who in the world is she talking about? And so then one night, a Saturday night, or maybe Sunday night, this is back when they used to show the Big Bang Theory for 4 hours on CBS at night. And I was like, oh my God, this show is awesome. So like I would like constantly watch like reruns and then current seasons, and I bought the DVDs, and but then by season 8 it started to get like crappy. Mainly because Penny cut her hair, she started acting different. Leonard cheated on her, they got married, and it's just like it was just downhill from like there on in. So I really like the earlier seasons and stuff. So like with this one, they're at their work, they're eating lunch, and they having one of their nerd discussions about like Superman and about how he keeps his clothes clean, and Shelton's all like he flies into the sun and it like cleans his clothes, but then they're all like, well, what if he's in the bottled city of Candor and he gets like mustard on him, or he sweats and all this other stuff. So Shelton's all like he went to like the dry cleaners. They had this huge debate about it. I'm just like, this really is not how nerds are. Like they kind of are, but not really. Like geeky people, nerdy people, like God, we're not this geeky and nerdy, but we do have certain discussions similar to this, but not just like this stuff. So anyway, they see a guy come in, and he's one of their scientist friends, or not their friend, but one of the scientists at the school, and he's way smarter than all of them. But he doesn't dress or act nerdy. He rides a motorcycle bike, leather jacket, he has muscles. And Leonard is all like, oh, you know, whatever, that guy just got lucky. So he's being like snarky to the guy. So the guy comes over. Then when he comes over, Leonard starts kissing his butt. And Leonard even calls himself a hypocrite and everything. And so him and that guy gonna start working on a project together. And so when they're at the apartment, Penny comes over and she gives like Shelton and Leonard like some gifts for Christmas. This angers like Sheldon because he's just kind of like, I don't like giving gifts for Christmas, because when you give me a gift, I must give you a gift of equal or greater value and everything. And so he's all like, he just hates doing it, but now he's forced to do it because he saw the gift and not, he don't know what it is, but he saw like the box and it has his name on it. So now he's obligated to buy her a gift. And so she's just like, Lord have mercy and everything. So when she starts to leave there, Leonard is being helped up the stairs by like the guy, David, who's the scientist dude. Now this is a recurring gag, the whole going up the steps, because the elevator is messed up. And we found out later that the reason why it's messed up is because in the experiment, Leonard, Raj, and Howard did that backfired, and Sheldon threw it in the elevator and it exploded. And after all those years, it was never fixed until probably like the last season. And so like the hallway is just always redressed. So the camera just like follows down, then it cuts, and it goes back up again. And so it's a recurring gag, right? And as he's helping, so he has to help Leonard up the steps because Leonard was going to ride his motorcycle. He didn't start it. He just got on it, fell off it, and it fell on his leg and hurt him. Oh, Leonard. And so like Penny sees this guy, and the guy sees Penny, and they're just kind of like hitting it off at first sight. And Leonard's getting very jealous, and she's all like, Like, you're a scientist? No way. You don't look like no scientist, and all this other stuff. She's all like, I love science. And Leonard's just like, what? Since when? Because Penny is the show a social like butterfly. She's the party girl, the wild child. You know what I'm saying? She hates nerdy geeky stuff, and so those two are like they're gonna start hanging out and everything, right? So at this point, Sheldon and the guys are at the mall looking for Penny a gift, and they're in like the Bath Beyond type place. And then Sheldon's all like, I don't see nothing in here a girl will want. And Howard's like, are you nuts? This is what women love. Scented candles, soap, like all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying? So Sheldon's being his annoying buttheaded self, and he creeps out like the cashier lady, because he's all like, "Here, I'm gonna give you this gift, and you tell me how you feel. Are we friends? Are we lovers? Are we this and that?" And she's like, "You're kind of creeping me out." So he ends up buying, since he doesn't know what to get Penny and he don't know what size to get her or the money value, he buys different sizes. So he buys tons of them. So anyways, Leonard's at work and he's getting ready to go to see David, and there's Penny. And Penny's all like, Leonard, like, I love like your work. Like, how come you never brought me here? And he's all like, well, I've tried for the past 2 years and stuff, but you kept saying you wanted to go to yoga. So, needless to say, Leonard is very, very, very jealous because he really likes Penny. And I think they tried to date in the first season, but it just didn't click with them, right? And so, like, um, Leonard is like, he's upset because nobody's asking about his leg because he's still in pain. So he's back at his apartment, he's laying down on the couch, and then here comes the guys with all of Penny gifts. And all Howard and Raj, they have like tons of crap in their hand, while Sheldon has a tiny little gift and ice cream in his. Sheldon is very much like the whiner. He is also like the scaredy cat. He is also the dude who imposes his will on everybody else, and they just go along with it for some bizarre reason. Raj is the shy person who can't talk to females. Howard is the horny pervert, and Leonard's just the nerdy guy with a big heart. And so Sheldon's just like, I have a plan. When Penny gives me my gift, I'm gonna excuse myself and say I have like bowel movements or something like that. And so like I'm gonna go look her gift up online that she gave me, and however much it costs, I'll give her the gift that I bought her, and then exchange the rest and everything and return them. And Leonard's just still mad. Nobody's asking about his leg and stuff. And so at some point in time, we see Penny at her apartment, and she's pouring like rum and an eggnog like carton and stuff. And Leonard comes in pissed. He's all like, look, I don't understand something. Like, you told me the reason why we can't never date is because I'm too smart for you. But David is like a million times smarter than I am. So I don't understand it. And so she's on the point where she's about to cry, talking about, why are you yelling at me? And he's all like, well, I didn't mean to. And she's all like, David is a jerk. You're way nicer than him. And he's like, well, what happened? Now, this is the part that even goes over my head, and it goes over Leonard's head. You don't think about it when you hear it. She tells him he's not that smart because he would delete the naked pictures of his wife before he tries to take new pictures of his girlfriend. And so both me and Leonard are thinking, oh, he tried to take naked pictures of Penny. And she's all like, that's what you got from this? The fact that he has a wife? And it's like, oh, so yeah, the dude's like married and stuff. So she tells Leonard, so she gives Leonard like a big kiss on the cheek and talking about like how he's a nice guy and all this other stuff, right? So it's time for the big exchange of gifts. And like Penny gives Shelton his, and he's ready for him, you know what I'm saying? So before he opens his, Leonard No, wait. First he opens his, and it's a napkin, and he's kind of like, "Got me a napkin," but she's like turning it on the other side, and on there it's a signature and a message from Leonard Nimoy back when he was still alive, and being a huge Star Trek and Spock fan that he is, Shelton is flabbergasted in excitement. He cannot contain himself. He's all like, I got some bowel movements. So he runs to like his room. So then Leonard gives Penny her gift, and it's a chemistry set because she loves science and everything. And she gives him motorcycle lessons and everything since he doesn't know how to ride one. So Sheldon comes back with all the gifts he got Penny instead of just one. And he gives them to her. And he's so excited, he's all like, all he has to do is find like a fresh ovum and he can like clone his own Leonard Nimoy and stuff. So then she's all like, Sheldon, you got me so many gifts. He's like, yeah, I know, it's not enough. So then he does something he never does on the show. He gave her a hug. This is something he doesn't do. He don't like touching people. So she's all like, Leonard, look, it's a Christmas miracle. Sheldon gave me a hug. Oh man, it's so hilarious because like Penny tried her best to be friends with Shelton in the first two seasons, but after about the second season, she was done with him. And they argued for the rest of the series until around the ninth season. And that's when they started being like buddies and stuff. I'm telling you, once it got to like the seventh or eighth season, it just went downhill after that. Bah humbug, that was a good episode. All right, everybody, I'll talk to you later. Bye.